Hey guys, I'm Justin with AmericanMuscle.com, and this is my detailed review and install of the MBRP Installer Series dual single side exit catback exhaust system dumping before the passenger side rear tire, available for your 2015 and newer 5-liter powered F-150. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about the sound you can expect using the Installer Series here from MBRP, what this system is going to bring to the table as far as construction materials, and then finally a quick little breeze through of the install itself. And with the MBRP Installer Series, there is a very small amount of cutting needed here to get this thing installed onto your F-150, depending on your cabin bed size. So I'm still going to go 1 out of 3 wrenches on my difficulty meter, with a little bit more detail coming up later on in the video. Now this is going to be a great choice for the F-150 owners out there who are looking to ditch that factory exhaust system, get a little bit more sound in the process, improve the appearance, but most importantly, want to keep things extremely budget friendly. In fact, guys, this is going to be one of only a handful of systems here at AM that can be had for south of $400. So with that said, let's take a closer look at the MBRP. Now this system will be a little bit more unique in the fact that it is the dual same side exit exhaust configuration that does dump in front of that passenger side rear tire, much like the older SVT Lightnings, and I think it actually looks really sharp when installed on the truck. Now we will get a little bit more into the appearance and construction with this thing here in a minute, but since this is an exhaust after all, let's first break down the sound with the Installer Series. As you guys heard with the sound clips at the very top of this video, the Installer Series did deliver a good amount of tone and a good amount of volume overall. Now it's not the loudest or craziest system out there, but it's good for a strong 3 out of 5 on my 1 to 5 or 1 to wake the neighbor scale. I did pick up a little bit of volume inside the truck when cruising with this thing installed. If you're looking for something that's going to be dead quiet on the inside, but you still like that dual same side exit configuration, MagnaFlow does offer something that will be, again, a little quieter overall, but if you can stand a little bit of interior noise, the Installer Series is going to save you a lot of money, and it's still overall a very good system. With the sound pretty much covered, let's talk about the materials and the construction here with the Installer Series, and basically how you're able to grab this thing without emptying your bank account in the process. And a lot of it is just going to boil down to the materials used. The Installer Series does feature the aluminized steel construction in place of the more expensive 409 or even 304 grade stainless steel. The one obvious big plus here with the aluminized steel, that very low cost. The one big drawback, however, is that this material isn't going to be as good at reducing surface corrosion as those more expensive materials. So if you live in a snowier area, you see a lot of road salt during the winter months, you might eventually pick up some surface corrosion on this thing. Now, because of that, MBRP is only going to throw a 3-year warranty at the Installer Series as opposed to a full lifetime warranty with their more expensive systems. And again, that's just a testament to the materials used. Going even further with the construction, guys, you're going to find 3-inch tubing leading through MBRP's high flow muffler before splitting off into dual 3-inch sections, exiting out the 4-inch brightly polished tips embossed with the MBRP logo. Now the tips themselves are actually constructed from stainless steel, and this is nice because even though the system itself might look a little rough after a few years and a few winters, the tip should remain looking good with that stainless steel construction, and that's really what is important here, guys, because this is the part you're going to see the most. Now ultimately here, guys, if you are really in love with this system from the looks down to the sound, but that 3-year warranty and the aluminized steel has you a little concerned about the overall durability, MBRP does offer their Pro Series version of this same exact catback, but instead of that aluminized steel, you're going to be getting 304 grade stainless instead, a premium material. They also offer the same exact configuration but in their Black Series, which does still give you that aluminized steel, but it does coat it from tip to tip in a high temperature black coating. So both of those systems will be, of course, far more durable than the Installer Series here. They are both available on the site, but you will be paying a little bit more for them in the process. So we know this is going to be a great system, a very budget-friendly system at just south of $400. What about the install? Well, like I mentioned at the very top of this video, guys, there is a small amount of cutting needed depending on your cabin bed size. I'm still going to go strong 1 out of 3 wrenches here on my overall scale of difficulty, maybe an hour or 2 in the shop or garage to get everything buttoned up. MBRP does include some very detailed instructions on where you would need to cut depending on your cabin bed size. And this is the pipe here you're going to be looking at. Basically, the longer wheelbase trucks will use more of this pipe. Shorter wheelbase trucks will be trimming this up a little bit more. But again, MBRP lays that all very clearly out for you. With that said though, guys, just make sure you have a cutting tool on hand. I prefer a Sawzall with a nice fresh metal blade. in addition to a basic socket set to get everything else installed. So removing the factory catback and getting the new MBRP system installed and cut and everything like that, again, very straightforward. I would recommend starting from front to back, get everything tightened up, and you should be good to go. In the world of aftermarket exhaust systems, prices can get pretty high pretty quick depending on what you are after. The MBRP Installer Series here, on the other hand, does a great job of keeping the price tag down and is a nice alternative to those higher price systems while still giving you a great look and a great tone in the process. So that's my review of the Installer Series dual single side exit catback exhaust system, which you can find right here at AmericanMuscle.com.